So we'll quickly start. I'll introduce the through the two therapists and psychologists will be handling the session for you guys today. We have Kirti and Priya. So I'll hand over the session to Kirti and Priya and they'll take it forward from there.
Yes, Karthik, thank you so much. Hello, guys. Good morning, good afternoon to all of you. I hope you all are doing good. Yeah. So today is the session for all of you. You all are CA students, the CA students, and we are going to have a session for all of you on stress, exam stress, how you can cope with it during these difficult times. I have my colleague who will be joining me shortly. She will be giving some a kind of introduction on how this period has been quite difficult and what are the changes which everyone is going through at this point. You, me, the whole world is going through this change. So we will have a look at what are the changes and what kind of changes are we all going through and how we can cope with it. So, what is stress? What are the kinds of stress? How we can go cope up stress? Okay, so is my voice getting stuck or something? Is it for everyone or just one person who has just typed in the chat box? Can you please tell me?
No, Kirti, I think
Karthik?
you're good. You're good. You're good. You can go on.
Okay. All right, fine. Just a second, please. Yeah. So I was telling you what are the things we're going to talk today. It's not only about that particular thing that is called stress or what are the kinds of it, also how you can manage it. What are the ways to cope with it? Yeah. What are the strategies you can adapt to manage stress? That will be discussed in the next half an hour to 40 minutes. Yes. So we'll start off in a bit now about what is lockdown and what is stress. So let me tell you what is stress. Karthik, can you please go to that slide, Karthik?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we are in the slide, Kirti.
Yeah, just go to the next one. Yeah, next. Yeah, next. So what is stress? Yes. So we'll be talking about this, that what it is and how you can cope with it. All right. So, stress is a feeling of emotional or physical tension. It can come from any event or thought that makes you feel frustrated, angry, or nervous. Stress is your body's reaction to a challenge or a demand. Any kind of emotional or physical tension, all right? Emotional tension can be a fight with your friends or your teacher or your parents shouting at you for not being able to do something, or any kind of situation, any you call, you are not able to, you have a fight with your girlfriend or your boyfriend, you're not able to cope with that. That can also be a stress to you. Yeah. You feel frustrated, you feel angry. That reaction is stress, basically. The situation and the reaction to it is called stress. Your body goes through a lot of changes when you have stress, right? That's what we'll talk about in the next coming slide. Karthik?
Yeah.
So, what happens? What are the warning signs that everyone is going through when they go through stress? Yeah. You feel tired, you feel upset, you don't feel good, you feel agitated, angry, irritated. You want to just isolate yourself, go in a corner and just sit and cry, cry, cry. You want some time to heal, right? You just want to be by yourself. You just want to, do something what you like. You just want to, you just want to be by yourself at that moment, isn't it? You have headache, you have backache, you have leg ache, you'll have everything possible. You'll have, there'll be other things which you will be finding difficult to cope with. Now here I present four kind of warning signs to you: cognitive, physical, emotional, and behavioral. These are categorized into four kinds. So in cognitive, we see that you will not be able to concentrate. Yeah, you'll not be able to give your 100% focus and attention when you are going through the space of stress. You cannot judge, you cannot analyze things, you cannot make decisions. You keep worrying. You have a lot of anxiety inside you. Oh my God, this, oh my God, that. I have this, I have that to do, I have this to do. You're not able to analyze, judge. You cannot concentrate. Yeah, you have a lot of physical pains. You have a lot of aches in your body. You have, your headache, your back aches, your leg hurts, your hand aches. Any part of your body can ache. It's not necessary that only your head will ache when you are stressed. Anything can hurt. Any part of the body can get affected. You might have, extremes. You might have constipation, you might have diarrhea, you might have rapid heartbeat, you might have, frequent chills, you might have loss of sex drive. Everything can go wrong when you have a stress phase going on within you. You get irritated. You really feel moody. You sometimes just want to be by yourself. You sometimes want to, just be with people, be with your friends. You get irritated. You are very short tempered. You are very unhappy. You feel very sad most of the time, and you are overwhelmed. Yeah. So what is overwhelmed? Small things, you get too anxious or too happy or too sad. It can be a very meager thing. Yeah. Maybe someone has just given you a small chocolate, or maybe someone has just complimented you for something very small. You might just be too overwhelmed. Yes, that's something positive which has happened, but that's a very meager thing. You get very overwhelmed. So even if in case someone just tells you, hey, what have you done, man? You're so stupid. That is very small. That person is telling, that's his view. But you get overwhelmed. You'll be like, what? How can that person tell me that I am stupid? Isn't he stupid telling me stupid? Yeah. So that is overwhelming. Yeah. Small things irritating you, causing a lot of irritation and anxiety and lot of, unnecessary tension inside you, inside your system. Yeah. So that is emotional. Going on to behavioral.
Kirti, I'm back. Can I go on?
Yeah, sure, Priya.
Okay. So, hi students. Hope you all are doing good. But before I start, I first thing, come up the first slide. No, Kirti, can you present Kirti? Just try presenting. No.
Yeah. Is it there?
Okay. Yeah. So children, see, basically when we talk about stress or whatever, no, it would be nice first if you can on your front cameras and you can actually be a little more proactive. Like you can talk. I want you to talk. I want it to be more interactive because I have no clues what CA will look like because I haven't done it and I really don't know what kind of problems that you are going through. So it will be better if you can be a little more vocal on what you want to do, so that we can even try to sort out things every here and there. You can if you want to unmute yourself or tell something, you can put it in the chat box. You want to unmute yourself and talk, that is also like you can put it in your chat box and we'll allow you to unmute. Okay, so majorly we are giving this session for you because we came to know that you have the exams have been postponed for a very it is very uncertain. No, we don't know when it is going to happen again also. It's still going to be postponed or it's going to happen. We are just keeping ourselves prepared all the time. So this is what was happening even with those 10th standard board students. No, the same way it got postponed, and they were into stress. And the same way right now you have no clues what's going to happen next. And I would not only me, no one can tell you like when things will be back soon, when we'll go to a normal situation, and when you will have a like normal class, then all this virtual and zooming and all that. Right? So let us see like what exactly lockdown has brought on to us. See the first slide. So lockdown has brought on a lot of changes for us physically, emotionally, socially, and behaviorally. Completely, like we ourselves have gone through a lot in all the sides. Like, most of us think like, okay, we like when they announced the lockdown or something, we were like, okay, happy, good, we're going to stay at home. There's another week holiday. We're going to enjoy till the end of March. Then after March, when April started, we were like, okay, this holiday is even more prolonging, so we can think of something. And everything is closed. So no trips, nothing. There's no recreational part in this lockdown alone. Everything is stopped. Theaters closed, malls closed. So we started becoming even more tense, like what is going to happen? And when it prolonged for more than 1 month, we were like, oh my God, when are we going to go back to normal? So that holiday mode that we had completely changed into a frustrating mode where we had a lot of things. And give me a second, right? So physically, you see, you have gone through a lot of difficulty. Basically, you disturbed in your sleep cycle. So see, usually when we go to work, we get up early in the morning, we pack things, we do things properly. Like by 9 or 10, we finish off everything and we start doing the work. But right now, we don't have any such routine at all. Anytime that do you want to get up, anytime you want to speak, anytime you want to like go have a bath, anytime you have your breakfast. So that basic sleep of 8 hours sleep is usually, and you see a lot of people like especially I see students like playing PUBG and playing Free Fire and whatever games that they want to in the night, and they don't have that sleeping thing going on at all in their routine. And girls, I see a lot of girls doing a lot of Netflixing and watching all possible episodes and all the what web series and all that. And like it is not even stoppable. Okay, I'll watch this one more. I'll watch another episode. I'll watch another episode, and it goes on. So the proper sleep pattern has become very difficult for all of us. Including me, I would also say that I am not able to follow the same routine that I had when I was going for a normal day. But right now in this lockdown, everything has become very confusing. Improper food intake. We tend to, I don't know how everyone is, but I see a lot of people, most of them, eating a lot during the lockdown because you're at home and all the time food is available and you tend to eat. And like kids like and you see a mother all the time. Anytime you see a mother, you feel hungry. Okay, is there something to eat? Is there some snacks? Is there something to like munch? You start eating, and and you don't feel hungry during lunch. When you keep eating these small snacks and bites every here and there, you don't feel hungry at all during your lunchtime. When it comes to lunchtime, again you skip your lunch. Okay, I'll have it at 4 o'clock. When this delays, so everything delays, everything prolongs, and you keep procrastinating about your food habits itself now. Not you either eat a lot or you don't eat at all, and suddenly you will feel guilty, like, oh my god, I'm eating a lot. I am going on like having a lot of junk. I'll gain weight. Suddenly that kind of thought will pop in, and then physical activity has reduced so much. I tell you, like we're not even getting up from the places without the Zoom or whatever classes that you have. You all the time mostly sit in a place with your gadget. Like early we used to tell, like you have to stay gadget free, you have to relax and all that. Today in this situation, you cannot stay gadget free at all. It has become like gadget is a part of you. It's like on your hand or your leg, like that. It has become like a body part. You cannot be without a gadget, because at least before you had to play with it or you had to just have an entertainment with it. Today, right now, you're having the complete knowledge, you're gaining of knowledge, you're learning, everything is happening through your gadgets. So there's no ways that you can avoid your gadgets at all, and you are seated in the same place. So that is another very big difficult thing. A complete disturbed in the routine. So you get up at 11 o'clock, you eat at 1:30, you have your breakfast at 1:30, then lunch goes to 4 o'clock, and the whole day is completely disturbed. So to this, I would just tell you, if you can note down here and there with a pen and a pencil, it will be really helpful for you. You can formulate a daily routine, which is very, very important. Okay. I wouldn't say that you formulate a daily routine and schedule, and which is going to be 100% appropriate. You can have a schedule which will be suitable for you. See, if I am not an early person, I cannot get up early in the morning and do things and all. At least plan a schedule at 8 o'clock in the morning. Starting from 8 o'clock, which you can do it, which you are applicable to do. See, I have a friend who will get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and will be able to study. Rather, I can study in the night till 4 o'clock, not get up at 4 o'clock. That's how things are different from people. So you plan a routine which will suit you actually, and try to follow it. It's okay if you don't succeed one day. Next day you try a little more. Next day you try a little more. And someday, at least when you have a 10 like what do you say, 10 things in your schedule, at least 5 or 6 will be followed. That will be helpful. That will actually change a little thing that is happening in this lockdown. And we have no clues when this lockdown is going to be lifted completely. There is lift here and there, but we don't know when it is going to be completely lifted and when we are going to go back to the normal life at all. So that is what we had with physical. Second thing is emotional. Emotional is, first thing, I would say, fear. All of us have fear that we'll get COVID, right? All of us have this preoccupation in us. We have this, what do you say? We don't know. They sometimes tell it's airborne. We don't know who's sneezing where and what air we are breathing. We don't know. We cannot tell everything is safe at all. So that fear factor in us is there. So we all have got into, and if someone says like I had COVID, we are scared. Okay, this person has had COVID and like to recover, it's going to take time. And we also scared that what if our parents will have COVID? What if our loved ones will have COVID? Like my friends, whatever. And that will emotionally even more bother you. So the fear is the first factor that is impacting in all of us. Second, I would say anxiety. What will happen? How will it go on? Why is it this way? All such things are also bothering you, right? And anger. So you become very angry. Like as I told you, like initially when this lockdown was started, we were like, oh my God, another holiday. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy. I'm going to stay at home. But later, when this is going on, it's become frustrating. When will they open the theaters? When will they open the malls? When will we get into a normal phase? Like how, like almost 6 months, all of us are inside the house. Even if they open, we are scared to go. That is another thing. But still, we keep brooding. When will it go on? When will we go on to a normal phase? That's how we actually go on. Irritation is another factor that is actually provoking in us. And see, you're already helpless, like you're already anxious and you are like angry, and someone keeps nagging you, or it's not actually nagging. Even if they keep asking you, why are you getting up late, why are you not doing this, why are you not doing, you get angry. And I would tell you, all of you are in your maybe 18, 19. What would be your age group roughly? 18, 19, no? 18, 19. Okay, so 18 plus. Okay, and being in your early adulthood, I would say there's a lot of irritation in your career, in your a lot of things like career and your exams and all that happens. And if you have siblings and your parents are supporting your siblings, that's another headache in your head. And when parents are taking too much like conscious on you, you are not liking. If your parents ignore you, you are not liking. So you have a lot of that flimsy things happening within you and your people around you. That's because, and another very important thing is you're always at the home and your parents are always watching you, and you don't like that also. So all this is being very stressful to you on top of what you have an exam which is going to come. I agree completely. I can empathize on you people. So it is not very easy. This irritation will provoke every now and then. Things will become very irritating for you, even if it is not actually that way. Hopeless and helpless. Yeah, you have no clues when situation will become okay. So you, not only you, anyone here has no clues when things will be fine, and when few are telling it will take another 2 years to go on. Few are telling it will like from January everything will become okay. Few are telling it will take 2 years. Few are telling it will be like a month or something. So we have no clues. We have no choice. We have to go on and cope up. There is nothing else that we can do about it. Okay. Am I too fast? Kirti, am I too fast? No. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Next is social. See, basically, we are all social beings. Human beings are basically social beings. Okay. So anytime you meet a friend, anytime you talk to a friend or whatever, the immediate thing you do is you give a high five, or you try to hug them, or you try to have that physical touch. So basically now you cannot see your friend at all. All that you can do is a video call or something, maximum a video call or Zoom call or whatever. You anytime you meet a friend, you go hug, hi, hello, all that, but that complete physical touch itself is not there. And we are scared. Social touch is not allowed at all. Even you know your friend is not having COVID and you go hug your friend, your parents come to know, they're not going to be happy with that, right? So it is not very easy. It is not very easy for us to accept the situation that we're not supposed to touch people outside. So anytime you see a person, you like, okay, should I give a hi? Should I give a high five, or like, should I actually go on with it? And see, when I start this session, I always tell them to give a virtual high five. Can you? Yeah. So how was that high five? Did anyone actually give the virtual high five than Kirti? Anyone else did that? I want one of you to on your front camera and give me a virtual high five. I cannot see anyone on in the front camera.
Very good, very good. All
Someone
of you
did...
turn on. All of you turn on.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a virtual high five, no? Yeah. Okay. Can you can will they be able to unmute Karthik?
Yes, they can unmute themselves. Yes.
Yeah. One of you just tell me, no. You unmute yourself and tell me, no. How was that virtual hi-fi? How did it?
Nice.
Nice.
Yes. Better than not at all.
Okay. Better than not at all. Exactly. Better than not at all. Yeah, Amisha. So Varsha, can you tell me how was it? Subha also gave a hi-fi, I think.
No comments, ma'am.
No comments. Yeah, Subha, tell me how was that hi-fi?
I didn't feel any connection.
Exactly. It was virtual. That's all.
Yeah.
You saw my hand, I saw your hand. That's all. There's no connection. There is no that emotion. There is no that touch happening between us at all. No, that is not fine for us. I told you, no, we are human beings. We want to stick on to people. We want to cling on to people. When you were in school, like you would have been there in school a year or two back, no? Even if you go to the washroom, you'll hold the hands of your friends and you'll walk around. Because that you have that connect with them. There's nothing, if you don't hold the hand also, you're not going to miss anything much, but you want that. And you sit in the lap of your friends, you hug your friends, you kiss your friends, you do all that physical things to stay that emotionally bond. But right now we are missing that major important part of life itself, which we need. As human beings, we need it so much, right? So this feel of this, we need hugs, we need high fives, we need someone to pacify. Even if you're crying, you want to like someone to pacify you, saying don't cry, or if you're laughing or like something, you want someone's physical touch basically. So when that physical touch is not there, you see a lot of you. It is like a shock for you all. What? I'm not supposed to touch my friend. How is this going to go on? And how long is this going to go on? Right? So even like people, not only your friends, outside your house, if you go itself, you are scared to touch people. And you're not allowed. If you're going with your parents, strictly not allowed to touch anything and anyone. They are like behind you all the time, seeing where you are, what you're doing, all that. No? So because they're also scared. They are very scared. Okay, that is why they do that. So this social touch is missing, and no shopping, no outing, which is again the most difficult thing for most of us. Okay, every weekend we want to go out, we want to do something like what do you say? Like donkeys, we work from day 1 to Saturday, and on the Saturday we wait to go out. And I am a person who goes for movies every Saturday. Okay, every Saturday I have to be in some theater watching some movie. It's good movie, bad movie, nice movie, not nice movie, it's okay. Just go sit in the theater, have that feel, drink one Pepsi, watch something nice, laugh, something. Even if the movie is not nice, I sit and laugh about it. What kind of movie this is? So that whole part of that entertainment is missing. I am like frustrated about that completely. And there's no shopping. There was no shopping centers open till I think June, right? After June only slowly the lockdown was lifted here and there, but till June it was so difficult. We couldn't do, and see, we had so many festivals actually in this lockdown. And how many of you had your birthdays in this lockdown? See, what an all plan you would have made, no? Like 2020, we're going to have this great birthday and this year is so nice and you're going to do it this way, that way. And everyone locked up, shut inside, not even had a cake. Most of them didn't have a cake also to cut. I had my own daughter's birthday in April, and to get a cake, it was so difficult. To cut a cake, it was so difficult. We didn't have anywhere even home bakers were not ready to bake cakes. Everyone was scared. Even if we say like, I will come and collect the cake, no one was ready. So it was so difficult, this birthday, whatever happened in this 2020 is like, everyone are like, when this 2020 will get over? Enough of 2020. That's the state that we've all become now. So with all this, this is what socially we're going through a lot. And behaviorally, we have excessive internet usage. Without excessive internet usage, you cannot survive. See, I would say we all are taking up a lot of knowledge, a lot of classes through Zoom and Gmeet, or however, we are doing it completely through our internet only. But at home, people don't look at it that way. All the time you are with the phone, what to do, right? They actually don't even understand that you are also doing your work. See, I wouldn't say like all the time you are zooming, all the time you are having something. Obviously, you will also be into your Insta and all that here and there, and maybe even now you have your tabs open for Insta and all that. That's completely fine. That's how we are. That's a part of us. It's become a part of us. We cannot live without it. That's how we are. But we can reduce on that time because we are using a lot of this time. You understand? Knowledge gaining and all has improved, and everything is happening through the internet, and you can reduce your Insta time. You can reduce, like, I'm not telling you are having a specific time and sitting in the Insta or specific time. If you're playing, you have to take that. You have to take the specific time and play. But when you're using your social media, you can have your class going on, and sideline you can do whatever you want. No one will know, right? So basically, it is that way. But try to reduce the internet consumption. Whoever had 2 GB of internet per day consumption now is having 20 GB. And still that's not enough. Right? So that's how the internet becomes so big and so wide. Increase TV time. If not internet, what? TV only. All the channels you would have watched. All the movies in the channels. If you have 500 channels in your dish app, you'd have watched all the 500 channels. You know which channel, which program, what time, when they'll put, everything you know. Because that first month of your lockdown was so stressful. Before even having these online classes as a plan, you would have seen all this, everything, all the programs. Everything is over. And we also used to complain, no, to this Vijay TV and all that and all. No, see, they're putting the same movies. They're putting the same movies again and again. But now it's okay. Let them put the movie which is good. I'll sit and watch. Okay. So that will actually, we've come to that stage. Okay, we'll just sit and watch the TV kind. And TV time has increased, and you sit and watch TV even in the night. Like, you don't have a time. Whenever you, because, and when your parents say, why are you sitting and watching TV? You'll be, nalakena school ka pono, nalakena college ka pono. We don't have anything. No, we'll watch TV. That's how it actually happens. And they are also unanswerable because they also have no clues when this will open back. And increase family time. Okay, I would say it is positive as well as negative. Okay, especially children like you know, I wouldn't say it's completely positive and all for you. Like, good, your parents are at home. Good, they are spending a lot of time with you. Good, they are enjoying with you. But you don't enjoy that till the much they enjoy, right? You are like, all the time she's behind me. All the time he's behind me. What is he or she trying to do with me? And whichever friend you talk to, your parents will know. Whatever, even now, you are having a session with the classroom, with a counselor, like with a psychologist for the stress management, even that your parents will know, right? They will know everything, anything that you are doing. If you see, sometimes when you go to school, school or college or whatever, you eat your lunch and you keep half of your lunch and come back. That was possible. Even that is not possible now. Whatever is in your plate, finish it off. Right? Yes. You cannot do anything without their knowledge. You are sitting right under the nose, which you are not liking, which you are not comfortable. Okay, anywhere you move in, anything is like gone, finished. And if you have siblings at home, I agree, it is not at all easy. Not at all easy, and it is sometimes painful to have siblings at home in this lockdown. Okay, because there's a lot of fights happening. There's a lot of irritations happening between you both, and when your parents support your siblings, dead they are. You are like already felt like they disowned you, and you have come from some Greek and Latin place, and suddenly they put you inside this house, and they're all in one team, and you're in another team. Right? That's how it is for you. But it is okay. Can you mute yourself, people? Yeah. Okay. So basically, it is this way now. It is okay to have this, because we are not going to have this lockdown through. No one will have this experience again. So enjoy maximum whatever you can do. Under the nose of your parents, try to do whatever you can do. However happy you can be. Pull in them for a lot of conversations. Talk to them. Okay. See, basically, you try avoiding conversation with them just because you find them not comfortable with conversation, right? You don't completely feel that, okay, in the topic space now, how you all are comfortable with Tamil, no? If I go bilingual, yes, no, just show a thumbs up or put something in chat. If anyone is very uncomfortable, please let me know. I'll try to reduce it. Okay. So basically, sometimes we feel a little confused. What do we actually talk to? Try to do that. I tell you, there will be absolutely 90% no topics interesting you and your parents together. Only 10% is there. Okay. Try to find out what that 10% is and try to talk on. No, like sometimes you can talk about making cooking something, or like as a family try doing things like that. It will actually help you having a better relationship in this lockdown than having a lot of fights and that kind of what do you say, that jotting that problems in the house. And see, I'll tell you what, already it is a lockdown, already it is irritating, already people are looking at you, and on top of that, if you're going to have fights with them, it's even more stupidity. Like, oh my god, it's going to be that என்னால எதுவுமே பண்ண முடியல, why am I held here, what is this happening to me, right? That kind of difficulty is absolutely going to be there if you're going to fight at your house, in your houses. You cannot even get angry, walk out of the house. It's not the situation that, right? என்னதான் சண்டை போட்டாலும் you have to look at their faces and sit in the same place for another till whenever this lockdown is going to be lifted, right? So try to have a smoother environment at home. Try to lock yourself in a room for a very long time. Don't stay alone for a long time, because even that is stressful. Other than your classes and all that, just go to talk with people, play something. See, I saw a lot of families once this one part of this lockdown lifted, going and buying Ludo, chess, carom, that, this, so they can sit at home and play. 1 or 2 weeks they would have played maximum, right? Later they actually wouldn't even have time to continue. So do something like that. It will actually help you. Very, very important is money management at this time. Okay, it is highly important, I would tell you, because it is not easy. Lockdown is not the same for all of us. We all know there are people not having jobs. There are people sent out of jobs. They're not paying salary, half salary pay. There's so many situations, so many difficult situations. And with all this, still your parents are trying to put up their best to you, right? They're not saying no for any of your demands, right? So make sure what to ask. If it is a need or if it is a luxury, just identify that. It's a piece from Domino. I would like to eat for a while and then I'll get back. So before that, do you have anything to talk on this, children? No? Okay. So I think, Kirti, we can post the question.
Sure, Priya, we can.
Yeah. So see, the chat box will give you a link, okay? You just click onto that link and fill the question and get back to the session. I'm going to give you 5 minutes time. Karthik, can you please post the link? Yeah. Thank you, Karthik.
Yeah, hi guys, I've given a link over here. You can just go there and fill the form. It'll just take hardly 30 seconds to a minute.
Students, if you are interested, you can get back to us to the classroom and you can talk about your queries and all that. And in case, see, this is basically to assess how much your handling skills are. And if you have problems, when we find the problems in your handling skills, we will get back to you And if you are interested, we can give you group sessions every now and then. Okay. The classroom will connect you on it. They'll be able to clarify your doubts on it. Okay. All of you done?
Karthik, just give us a heads up when we can start off.
Yeah, we got around 15 responses. I think we can proceed now. You guys can check the responses at your end also.
Yeah, let's wait for another 2 minutes more. I think, Priya, what do you say?
Yeah. How many
I think they'll be in the
participants are
process
there?
of doing it.
Yeah, we
There
are
are
around 20 participants here.
20 participants. No, yeah, okay. So we'll just wait for a 2 to 3
Yeah.
minutes and we can go on, Kirti. You just go on. You go up to your slide which you were actually doing. I'm done.
Yeah, we've received 20 responses. I think we can continue Priya and Kirti.
Yeah, Kirti, go on.
Okay. Hello, children. Welcome back. So, like I was telling, I don't want to bug you all by telling the same thing again on what is stress and all that. I'm going to, we were in the last part of the alert signs of stress, which is behavioral. Like I was telling you, there'll be a lot of extremes in whatever you are going through. In everything, like in physical as well as emotional, as well as behavioral. Yeah, so you either eat less or you eat really more. Either you just want to follow. Nowadays, a lot of people are going through a lot of diets. You want to do IF, that is intermittent fasting. You want to do keto. You want to do everything possible. Otherwise, you eat a lot. You binge eat, like, you overeat. Like, looking at something, you feel like, oh, wow, it's right here. Let me just pick it up and eat. There's this munch chocolate kept. Let me just pluck it and eat it. There's this whatever chips or whatever kept. Let me just eat it. Why should I wait? I'm just here at home. That's right in front of my eyes. Let me just eat it. Yeah. Whenever you get free time, you just want to go sleep. Yeah. Otherwise, you sleep. Otherwise, you, like Priya was telling you, either look at your gadget or, you Netflix or you YouTube or, you watch Prime, whatever you want to. Like this extreme, either you do, there's no, the balance is missing right now because of this phase and because of this period. Yeah. Either you do little or you do too much, neglecting responsibilities. You're not ready to take up responsibilities and do that particular task. Yeah, there's a lot of sometimes for children and for adults as well, there's a lot of usage of substance of the drugs and cigarettes and alcohol, which is actually not good. It's going to lead you to another problem later on. Yeah, in the long run it's going to affect in many other ways. For right now, for that moment, we do it, like, because okay, chalo, we are not able to do anything else. I'm so frustrated. Let me just have a fag. Let me just have a smoke to make me feel good for this moment at least. But no, look at the longevity of it. Yeah. Nervous habits. Yes. What you do? Oh my God, I am so anxious. I'm so worried. You start biting your nails. Very common. Everyone does it. It's completely fine. But these are the behavioral signs which you yourself can also observe in you and see how you can cope with it. Yeah. Let me just quickly run through again. 4 signs, 4 stress warning signs: cognitive, physical, emotional, and behavioral. You're not able to judge properly, analyze, make decisions. You get very anxious. You're too worried. You have a lot of pain in your body. You have headache, backache, leg ache, whatever. Any part of your body aches. There's a lot of chills in your body. You have constipation, diarrhea. You get moody. You get upset, angry, irritated, you feel sad, you feel overwhelmed. Yeah. And also behaviorally, there's a lot of changes going on inside you. Yeah. Especially during this phase, we are emphasizing this phase has been a very tough phase for all of us. You, me, XYZ, anyone sitting in Germany, anyone sitting in Spain, anyone sitting in England, Europe, everyone is going through this, children. So let's learn to cope this kind of situation, this kind of phase for all of us. It's going to benefit us to learn how to cope with it. Yeah, moving on. So we always think that, stress is always negative, but no, there we stand. It is not negative always. We have 2 kinds of stress: eustress and distress. Yeah. Eustress is a positive kind of a stress. Yes, it's the beginning. We have a stress curve. It goes this way. Yes, it goes this way. When you start doing something, when you're at the peak, that's when eustress comes in. Yes. You know what happens? You are you know what you do? You sit up late in the night, or you get up early in the morning at 4 or 3, and you sit and study. You work really hard, and you are presenting your you're giving your test. You have a test coming up, online test coming up. You give your test, and finally you get your marks. You're really happy with whatever you have scored. So that motivates you, right? And that makes you feel really good about yourself, right? That is eustress. Yes. You doing exercise. Yes. You working out, you running, you jogging, you doing any kind of physical activity. That, what you feel light, you feel good about yourself, right? You feel that, wow, I've achieved this, I've done this. I ran for about 40 minutes. That was really great. That was really success. I was really successful. I did my walk for 25 minutes, 30 minutes in a day. I did my yoga, I did my stretches, I did my, home gym. That kind of feeling which you get when you achieve something, that is eustress. Whereas distress is negative. Yes, that kind of burnout feeling. Yes, when I was talking about to you about this uh, peak, right? Peak, when you reach the peak, it's eustress. When you come down, that is, at the end of it, is distress. Yes, that is, you have a lot of burnout. All those 4 signs which I told you, that's what you're going to face: irritation, anger, you sleep a lot, you eat a lot, you get angry, you don't eat, you want to just isolate yourself to one corner of the house, you just don't want to talk to anyone, you feel like crying all day. These are the small examples which I'm just giving you is distress. This is when you need to, this antenna of yours has to come up. Yes, I'm going through something. It is a difficult phase for me. Yes. How do
Yeah.
I cope with it? What do I do?
Kirti, can I give an example?
Yes, you can.
Okay, children, please, children, throughout the session, whoever is handling, it will be nice if you can on your front cameras, because I
Yes.
only feel like I'm talking to Kirti and Kirti is talking to me. It is not actually very comfortable with both of us. Like,
Yeah, please
we
do
don't want
it.
to, or we don't want to talk alone. So, and it is, how it will feel if we are sitting at home and talking alone also. It's not very comfortable. So, I think all of you would have watched IPL yesterday, right? So, this super over was eustress. Oh my God, what an entertainment. Come on. And the super over became the distress, right? Shit, the match is not getting over. Yeah, what is going to happen next? Still, how long is it going to prolong? That's how it became the second super over. Like yesterday, I don't know if all of you had watched the match, or like whoever watched the match will be able to connect with this. Like they became the match was between Mumbai Indians and Rajasthan. Huh? No, Kings 11 Punjab. It was between Rajasthan Royal. I'm sorry, Kings 11 Punjab and Mumbai Indians. They tied up, and it became a super over. and super over also became tied up, and so they had to go to a super over where if they don't win, the marks would be shared, the points would be shared equally, like each of the team will get 1 point. So in the super over, Mumbai Indians and Kings 11 would have faced Stress. Okay, we have to actually win. When it went to super over, it would have become distress for both of them. Oh my! And all of them are worn out already. 20 overs of match, no rest. They're completely worn out. And when it goes to another super over and all, like they would have, like, after the super over itself, they would have gone drained. Now super over is becoming more stressful, where they have to win. There is no go. Either you win or you have to. One team only can win at a time. No. So it became too much for them to handle. That too much which you are not able to handle by yourself is the distress. One positive stress is that doing it under pressure. Sometimes we enjoy, you are given one assignment and you're asked to submit tomorrow. You have only 1 day time, but you enjoy doing that. But I give you an assignment and I ask you to submit in 1 hour, that becomes distress. You cannot do that. And if you're having an assignment and on top of that you have a lot of work to go on, then it is not okay. So this is the small difference that I wanted to give between stress and distress. Continue.
Fine. So next time you go through any kind of stress, look at it like, okay, is it eustress or distress? Yeah, if it's distress, then ask for help. It is really required that you do not, it's going to be difficult for anyone, even for you or even for me or anyone, whoever is going through distress, to handle or to cope with that particular situation by yourself. It's always good to ask for help, guys. Yes. So I guess eustress and distress was it. And going on forward.
So it's me who has to take note. Okay. So basically, what are stressors? Stressors are something that causes stress. Okay. See, if I tell you today, you'll be having a test in your CA classroom. That is a stressor that I'm putting onto you. That the test is something is called causing the stress to you, right? So those are the stressors. So basically, they are when they are demanding, when they are high. See, even having an exam is a stressor, I would tell you, but it is a positive stressor. You would slowly work up with that and you will go on. But today, immediately now, after the session, you'll have a test. That is a bigger stressor, right? You'll not be able to immediately focus and you're already here. There's no time. How will that be possible? Okay, so that is stressor. Go on, Kirti. Next slide. Effects of stress, as she already told you, what are the effects of stress from migraine to any kind of severe physical. So you know what are it going to be, what is it going to be basically. So I would just try to tell it affects you as a whole. Your body, your mind, everything, your emotions and your behavior. As I told you, it has 4 complete connections and 4 complete control of yourself. Every stressor will completely cause all these 4 things. Kitty, next one. So what can you do to avoid stress? What are the things that you can actually do? Okay. Basically, do one task at a time, which is very, very important. Make a to-do list, which you can actually have the control of, like what you have to do, what you are going to do, all that. Second thing, next thing, have proper food. Don't binge eat or don't starve. And time management, very, very important. That is very poor skill that all of us have. Okay, we'll all do the first day, we'll take one list, we'll draw one timetable. Okay, this time I'll not get up, this time I'll not do this, I'll not do this, I'll not, nicely we'll plan. But to implement it, it will not work out at all. So have a clear vision of what your time management actually looks like. What do you actually want to do? You can do all that. Okay. Sleep minimum 8 hours. Minimum, I'm telling you, have 8 hours of sleep. It's okay if it is 7.5 hours or it is 8.5 hours, but don't go beyond that or below that. It is very important. Your sleep has a lot of advantages on your body, your mind, the way you perceive stress itself depends a lot on your sleeping habits. Okay. And I tell you, see, we all have a lot of hobbies. There's some disturbance. All muted? Okay. So we all have some hobbies. Okay. See, before these Netflix, before these Amazon Prime, or before all this gadget popped in, when you were all kids, obviously you had hobbies that involved yourself, like painting, drawing, dancing, singing, something. Someone would have been a keyboard player, some would have been a veena player, a guitar player, all that. Everything is kept quite nicely packed on the roof, on the bureau or some cupboard it is in. Take that, clean it, start practicing that. It was your hobby. You know how to do it. It is a skill. You just need a little brush up here and there. Try focusing on such hobbies. You would have had coin collection, stamp collection, or collage making, some kind of hobbies you would have had, right? You can try thinking about that hobby which never involved any gadget. Don't Google for hobbies also now, okay? Hobbies that I can do. Don't do that in Google now, okay? So you think what you actually knew, which you actually liked. Sometimes somewhere in your childhood, you would have gone to some music class because your parents sent you and you didn't like it basically and you stopped it in a year or something. Just think about that. Try refreshing on that and you can still go on, okay? Next one, Kirti. Kirti, next one. So Kirti, I think this you have to go on, right? I think we have to be.
Previous one, please. Yeah.
Kirti, we have to be fast. It's
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Okay. So how you can manage? Yeah. Okay, Priya, we'll go a bit faster.
Yeah.
So how we can manage this kind of stress, this phase? Yes. Ask for help. Number one, which is very important. When you are not able to cope, when you find it difficult, when you're not able to share it with everyone or anyone, ask for help. Yeah. So let me just tell you a bit about what exactly happens in a therapy session. It's going to be very quick and fast. I'm not going to, waste much of your time on this. You can even Google it, but when a professional tells you, it's going to be a bit different. Yeah. So what happens is in a therapy is it's a one-to-one conversation with a psychologist, yes, who is trained and has experience in handling clients. All right. So what is going to happen is what happens is you are going to talk about your issues. That person is not going to hold, it's going to tell you, you have to do this, you have to do that. Yeah? It's merely going to be helping you help yourself, make your own decisions. Yes, that guidance, that pathway is going to be led for you. That's it. Okay. So moving on. Yes, you can just go for a spa. Yes, at this point, yes, it's a bit difficult. I agree. You can just, have a hot water shower. You can just put your legs in warm water and sit and relax yourself. Workout, exercise. You can do whatever kind of exercise you like. Yeah. You have Zumba, you have aerobics, you have dance, you have jogging, you have stretches, you have yoga, any kind of activity, any kind of physical exercise which you really like. You can also do mental exercises. Yes, if your memory games, Sudoku or puzzles, whatever you like, so that it helps your cognition even well. Yeah, and hobbies, like Priya was telling, you would have learned something years ago during school, or when you were really young, playing drums or playing guitar, or playing the veena, or you learned playing chess. Maybe we were very small, you learned playing TT or whatever. Just recreate that moment. Just take out some time and do it with your sibling or with your parent or with your apartment friend or whoever it is. Yeah.
Just one point, Kirti.
Yeah.
Have some exercise for your eyes, which is very important now. Okay. Close your eyes, look up, down, right, left. Just do that for 5 to 10 times and get back. It is very important because too much of eye training is happening. A lot of screen time, no? So that is very important. Yeah. Kirti, go on.
Yeah. Okay. So I was in meditation. Just close your eyes, meditate for 2 to 4 minutes every day. Just be by yourself. Just stay calm. Do not think about what you went through the whole day. It's not required. Just close your eyes and relax your body, your mind, your muscles. Yes, every part of your body needs that relaxation for some time. Yes. So moving on, yoga, it's already included in your exercise. Yoga, what happens, I'm very sure all of you would be knowing what happens in yoga. The stretch which your body gets helps you relax. Yeah. Nature, embrace and enjoy the nature. Go for walks in and around your house. You can, tell yourself, wow, how beautiful this environment is, how green everything is. It's so beautiful, pleasing to the eyes. Time management, make a timetable, make a routine for yourself, and make sure that you follow it. Maybe yes, 1 or 2 days it will be a little challenging, it would be a little difficult to manage, but let's make sure that you do it. Manage your time, ensure that yes, I am finishing this assignment till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Ensure that you push yourself to it. You have to have that self motivation in this moment, because your teacher is not going to have a check on you, or your friends are not going to keep asking you, have you done it, have you done it? No, at this moment, that self motivation is very important for all of us. Yeah, just push yourself. One push from your own self is going to help you. Listen to any kind of music, whatever you like. You like rock, jazz, classical, western, whatever you enjoy. Yeah, whatever you feel good to do that. Whatever you like. Yeah, the next. What you can do. This is a pyramid. If you see, what is that person doing? Sweating yourself more than 20 minutes a day minimum. Any kind of physical exercise. If you like dance. If you like aerobics, do that. If you like to work out, if you have weights at home, do that. If you want to, do running, do it. Clean your study table, declutter. Decluttering is very, very important. It will also help you. I'm sure all of you would have any kind of, either a laptop table or a computer table or a study table for your own self. Yes, declutter it. Stick your timetable or your routine on the wall or on your table, so that whenever you look at it, you remember that, yes, I have to follow this at this time. Am I not missing it? Give yourself a reminder. Yeah. What you can do is, around your room, you can just stick some motivational quotes. Just Google it, print it, and just stick it. Yeah. I think printing out would be a little challenging right now, but just at least, you can just make us as a screensaver in your system. That would also help. Some kind of motivational quotes. Eat healthy breakfast, keep a normal sleeping pattern. According to WHO, yes, World Health Organization, it is said that 8 hours of sleep is very important, 6 to 8 hours. 10 to 6 is the ideal time wherein your body and your brain both are repairing themselves to have a better next day. Yeah. So 10 to 4 is actually the app time. The bonus what you're getting is just for your benefit, what you are using. Yeah. So best time 10 to 4, have a good sleep, relax yourself at that time. Because I'm sure you would have seen most of the heart attacks, most of the accidents happen between 2 to 3 a.m. in the morning. That's the crucial time. That's what happens, 2 to 4 a.m. Many accidents, truck accidents, many kind of other accidents on the road happen only. Just excuse me. Many kind of accidents on the road happen because that's when your brain is getting repaired, your body is getting repaired. If you do not give rest, what happens is, that's you are playing with your body will play back with you, as simple like as it happens with nature. Yes, so we will have to follow a pattern so that we are able to function well for our own benefit. Yes. Again, listen to music, talk to someone, just call up a friend, your bestie, or your cousin or your sister or your brother who's away from you. Just talk to them. Maybe you just went out, sometimes you feel better. Just message them. You're having a very frustrated day, very irritated day. You had a fight with your parent, or you had a fight with your other friend, or you're very irritated from internally, sitting at home full day within these four walls, sitting and starting. You somewhere have to vent it out, isn't it? Just call a friend and maybe that will make you feel better. Yeah, next. Few exercises that helps in concentration. Deep breathing. Now, what is deep breathing? Inhale and exhale. Okay, this exercise will be coming up very shortly for all of you. Yes, so palming. Yes, what you will have to do is, in this, rub your palms and cover your eyes. Yes, like this. That will help you concentrate. Stretching. I'm sure all of you know what is stretching. any kind of, your neck, your back, you just push yourself front and behind. That will help you. Listening to music while revision, do a fast reading. Make a vision board for yourself. Yeah, write down what you can do. Make a chart for yourself. You can write down your formulas. It can just be stuck on your table or above your table, so that you can have a look at it, so that it's visible. It can be on your wardrobe, it can be anywhere, wherever it is very visible to you. Yeah, visualizing your success. Yes, 2 months down the lane, yes, down the lane, sure, I am going to succeed in this particular test. Look at yourself positively. Do not look at the negatives. Do not look at the failures. Look at the success. Look at the positive. Only then, any one of us, all of us children, will be able to succeed and will be able to go further. Maybe you scored less in this particular test. Look at yourself that, yes, yourself that, yes, down the lane, the next test, I'm sure I'm going to perform really well. I am looking at myself scoring the best marks for my own good. Yes, we have mind maps, which is a kind of study skill. Priya, over to you.
Yeah. So when it comes to study skills, no, I find it very important for people like you to actually who are facing your exams and all that. See, study skills are something like how we do the time management, how we do the stress management, like that. Study skills are also very important. It is like methods to studies. Basically, you know what happens. Everyone will be like study, study, study. Do this. You keep studying. But no one will teach you how to study, right? You somehow somewhere pick your own style. You start learning by yourself. You don't know what kind of a learner you are. You see, there are types of learners. We have tools to assess what kind of a learner you are first. What exactly is your learning style? How do you connect with that? See, for example, if you want to know your learning style, you have to go for an assessment and see what learning style is suiting you. And when you are going to use that learning style, you will be able to actually do it in a better way. Okay, if I am an auditory learner, if my result says that I'm an auditory learner, then I have to concentrate more on learning things in an auditory way. If my friends teach me, or if I record it myself and hear, then things will be even more easy for me. If I'm a visual learner, I have to mark, I have to draw, I have to do things before I like make it visually look like, then only I can study. So if you all interested about a study skill session, we can arrange that for you with the help of the classroom. Then you can, if you are all interested, please post it to the classroom. They'll help you on it. Okay. And next, very importantly, is the deep breathing exercise that is going to actually help you out. So all of you sit very comfortably. Okay.
Priya, 1 second. Can you all please switch on your front cameras? Please do it.
I think I'm only talking to 4 people. One is Kirti, Varsha, Shubha, and Amisha. Only all like these 4 have their front cameras on.
Yeah,
Please,
it's
children,
okay.
on your front
Whoever
cameras.
is around you, whoever is not around you, doesn't matter. Just turn
It's
on your
okay
videos.
however you look,
Doesn't
however
matter.
your
Don't get
background
conscious.
looks. Yeah. It's okay
Your
however
hair
you
is
look,
messy, no
however.
problem. Doesn't matter to us. It's okay.
Exactly. Whatever clothes you are wearing, nothing matters to us. Just like we're trying to help you out in the deep breathing. That is why we want you to on the front camera. Okay. Sit comfortably. Okay. Sit comfortably straight. Or if you can lean on a wall or something, you can lean. You can lie down also. It is okay. We don't mind. Okay. Sit comfortably. Okay. So close your eyes. And we are going to do this breathing exercise. Listen to these instructions very carefully. If you have any doubts, you can clarify. Okay, you're going to inhale for 6 counts, withhold for 3 counts, and exhale for 8 counts. So listen, I'm going to give you the counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be inhale. 1, 2, 3 will be withhold. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 will be your exhale. You all got it? Any doubt? So, okay, you understood that? Okay, hope I was clear. Okay, let's start. Close your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can take a deep breath and you can relax. Slept off, huh? Anyone? It's actually good even if you sleep. You can practice this when you lie down. You can play a soft music or something far away from you, no gadgets, nothing. If a far away music is playing a soft, silent kind of musical, instrumental music, then it's fine. Concentrate on your breathing. I would 100% tell you when you are trying to do a meditation or trying to do a deep breathing or whatever, you will have hundreds of thoughts coming in. That is the time when you will feel, what did my mother cook for the lunch? What is she doing now? What is my brother doing? Did he do his online class or he's playing around? And he's not being scolded if he's not doing his online class. But if I don't sit, I will be scolded. So all these thoughts will be actually popping in. It's okay. That is why you are, see, as I was doing the counting for you, you actually had time to think about, right? But when you are going to do the counts for yourself, you will not be able to think. Your focus will be more on the numbers, right? When the focus is on the numbers, you will be able to relax in even more better way. Maybe this was just like a few seconds that you did. This few seconds will not help you excessively, but somewhere you at least learn the technique. Okay, so try practicing this technique every day. And when you're feeling like completely stressed and it's like, see, I'll tell you, suddenly you will have one thought of this exam, and today you will feel like, oh my God, my life is gone. What is going to happen? I am so helpless, and it looks very difficult for me. I don't know what to do. Why is all happening only to me? No one on this earth. I am not so bad. Some kind of brooding will happen to you, which will again cause a lot of stress in you, build up the stress slowly. And on the same time, your mother or father or someone gives you one task, come wash this for me, come do this for me. You are also on top of this stressing me. Actually, you don't have anything. You're sitting and thinking too much about what you have to do, right? When that time they tell you something, it's like you have a lot of things, and on top of that, they are putting you into a difficult situation. So in case of such difficult situations, and you take a deep breathing exercise, do it for like 5 to 10 minutes, and you will feel comfortable. And every day you can do it in the night before you sleep, early in the morning once you get up. Anytime during the day, anything you can, like anytime during the day, anytime, how many ever times you can do it. There is no harm in doing this deep breathing exercise at all. Okay. Concentrate on the count, which is very important. Don't inhale for a very long time or withhold for a very long time. 3 seconds maximum withholding. That's enough. Okay. Don't try your stunts and all. Okay. Just 3 seconds. It is actually risky if you hold it for a longer time. No, so that's why 3 seconds will be enough. Okay. So I think we are done for the day. Right? We're done, Kirti. Next slide. So basically, it is not stress that kills you, it's your reaction to it, right? How you perceive it. That is very, very important, which you have to focus on. So in case you need more follow-ups, you need to talk to us, you can connect through the classroom. And today I gave you all a form and you were like asked to fill it, right? We will give you what the result is in a couple of days, because we need time for scoring it. So we'll give it to you in a couple of days, where it will say if you're high on stress or medium on stress or low on stress. In case if you're high on stress, we will select you for further sessions. Okay. And if you are interested, if you are not high on stress and I'm still interested to join the session also, you can come, like however feasible your timing is, you can plan accordingly and contact the class. So anything else you want to talk? Discuss? Pitta podo 1:59 time, no?
Ma'am,
Yes.
the breathing exercise, I think it was very good because only few.
Amisha, you're not clear. There's some disruption in your.
Is it all right now?
Perfect. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, so the breathing exercise was really good. I think it will help me a lot. And I think these kind of sessions are, very rare because no one thinks about like CS students that they are also going through a lot. And yeah, it was very helpful for me. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Amisha. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a great session. I was so happy that you're considering student stress and helping us to overcome out of that. Thank you so
Who's
much.
talking? Please, 1 minute. Who's talking?
Yeah, please show your video. Please turn
Or
on
at
your
least
video, please.
Sorry,
tell
sorry.
me.
I can't able to unmute my video in this
Okay,
moment.
okay. Just tell me your name, no? Please.
Name.
Sandhya.
Okay, Sandhya. Yeah. Tell me, Sandhya.
Thank you for this great session, ma'am. I'm so happy that you're all considering the student stress and helping us to come out of it. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sandhya. Thank you so much. So anyone wants to tell anything else? Yes, no? Yeah, before leaving, I think we will post you a feedback form. Okay, you can fill on that feedback form and you can leave.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for the session. Thank you all for participating. You will get your feedback forms in mail also, the ID you were given.
Okay.
You can always reach out to me in the number. All of you will be having the number 7. I'll give the number here also. So you can reach out to me on WhatsApp or call if there's any issues. Follow-up sessions, I'll update you on it soon. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Priya
you
and
so
Kirti.
much. Thank you so much, Karthik. It was a pleasure actually for me and Kirti to deal with students, especially CS students after a long time. So thank you so much, Karthik, and thank you all, students.
Thank you all. All the very best.
Yeah, basically that's very important.
Yes,
All the very best for your exams. So
Yeah.
that's what, when you want study skill session or you would like to have further sessions on how to study and all that, we are there to help you. You can contact the classroom, they'll put you on to what you need. Okay.
Yes.
Maybe see, if it is for one person, it will be really difficult for us also to do. It's going to be boring, and both of us sitting and talking to one person, even that person will become tired. So when there are a group of people like 4 or 5, at least 10 wants to do it, then we are ready. At least like 4 or 5 also we are ready. But minimum if we have a 10 as an audience, then it will be really nice. Okay. Thank you so much, children. You were all really awesome. So nice talking to you all.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Stay safe. Be
Yes,
healthy.
ma'am. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
All if you
Bye-bye.
don't go out without the mask.
Yeah, very important.
Yeah, thank you guys. So I'll end
Yeah.
the session now. Thank you all.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.